My name is Delia, and I'm 34 years old, raising my beautiful 8-year-old daughter Emily in our cozy Massachusetts town. All my life I've tried to win my parents' approval, always falling short of their impossible standards. Last Christmas, I hoped for a miracle when we gathered at their home. Instead, I witnessed cruelty I never imagined possible, even from them. When they gave gifts to everyone except my daughter, something inside me finally broke. If you're watching this, drop a comment letting me know where you're viewing from. Hit that like and subscribe button and prepare yourself for a story about family betrayal and the lengths a mother will go to protect her child. I grew up in Brookline, an affluent suburb where my parents Richard and Margaret Chambers built their reputation as pillars of the community. Dad ran a successful investment firm while Mum organised charity galas and tennis tournaments at the country club. From the outside, we were the perfect American family with our colonial house manicured lawn and 2 well-behaved daughters. But inside those walls, nothing I did was ever good enough. My grades were strong, but not exceptional, like my older sister Amanda's. My tennis form was decent, but not championship material. My piano recitals were pleasant, but not prodigy level. Every accomplishment came with a qualifier, a reminder that I could have done better if I'd just tried harder. Delia, Harvard doesn't accept students who settle for A-minuses, my father would say, shaking his head in disappointment. Darling, that dress would look so much nicer if you lost 10 pounds like your sister, my mother would whisper at family events. Amanda, 4 years older and infinitely more compliant, became their golden child. She followed their life script to perfection. Valedictorian Yale undergraduate MBA from Wharton, marriage to Scott Patterson from a good family where executive position at a prestigious firm, and perfectly timed pregnancy, producing their grandson Tyler. I tried following their path through high school, suffocating under the pressure, until something in me rebelled during senior year. I dyed my honey blonde hair black, started wearing vintage clothes instead of the preppy outfits my mother selected, and applied to art school instead of the Ivy League universities they'd chosen. The day my acceptance letter arrived from Rhode Island School of Design instead of Harvard was the first time I saw real disgust in my father's eyes. Art isn't a career, Delia. It's a hobby for bored housewives, he said, tossing my acceptance letter in the trash. I retrieved it after they went to bed and packed my bags 2 months later. They paid my tuition begrudgingly, making it clear this was my one chance to prove I could succeed without their guidance. Every phone call included questions about whether I'd come to my senses yet and would transfer to a real school. College brought freedom and self-discovery. I excelled in graphic design, made genuine friends who appreciated my creativity, and eventually met Jack Harmon during junior year. He was charismatic, ambitious, and rebellious in ways that thrilled me after years of stifling perfectionism. My parents hated him on sight during their one and only campus visit, which only intensified our relationship. After graduation, Jack and I moved to Boston, sharing a cramped apartment, while I built my freelance design business, and he jumped between startups, always chasing the next big idea. We weren't planning a future exactly, just enjoying our independence and each other. Then at 25, 2 pink lines on a pregnancy test changed everything. Jack's face transformed when I told him enthusiasm draining away like water down a sink. "You can't keep it," he said flatly. "We're not ready. My new venture is just taking off. The timing is all wrong." I'd never considered myself particularly maternal, but something fierce and protective awoke in me the moment I learned about my baby. "I'm keeping it," I told him. "With or without you." He chose without. Within a week, he'd cleared out his things, blocked my number, and vanished from my life. Terrified and alone, I swallowed my pride and called my parents. Their response was exactly what I'd expected and dreaded. "Well, Delia, actions have consequences," my mother sighed dramatically. "I suppose you'll need to move back home until you sort this mess out." My father was more direct. "That irresponsible boyfriend of yours has finally shown his true colours. I told you he was using you." They offered conditional support. Move home, follow their rules, consider adoption to a suitable family. I declined. Instead, I took on extra freelance projects, found a smaller apartment, and prepared to become a single mother. Emily Rose came into the world on a snowy January morning. The moment they placed her in my arms, with her dusting of dark hair and serious blue eyes, I made her a silent promise. She would grow up knowing she was enough exactly as she was. My parents sent a generic baby gift basket from an expensive boutique, but didn't visit for 3 months. When they finally came to my apartment, my mother spent the entire time pointing out safety hazards and questioning my parenting choices. My father held Emily awkwardly for exactly 2 minutes before handing her back, checking his watch, and mentioning an important call he needed to make. For the next 8 years, our relationship settled into a distant pattern. Holiday gatherings, occasional Sunday dinners, birthday cards with checks instead of thoughtfully chosen gifts. Emily knew her grandparents but didn't really know them. They remained formal, treating her like a miniature adult rather than a child deserving of warmth and affection. In stark contrast was their relationship with Tyler, Amanda's son, born just 2 months after Emily. For him, there were surprise visits bearing gifts, special outings to sporting events, weekend trips to their vacation home in Cape Cod, and constant photos displayed prominently throughout their house. I tried shielding Emily from the obvious favoritism. Grandma and Grandpa are just busy, I'd explain when months passed without a call. They show love in different ways. I'd say when they forgot her birthday but sent Tyler to space camp. Through it all, Emily remained sweet-natured and optimistic. She excelled in school, made friends easily, and showed an early talent for art that secretly thrilled me. She never complained about her absent father or distant grandparents, accepting our small, close family unit as normal. Last December, my parents surprised me with a phone call inviting us to spend Christmas at their home. Amanda, Scott, and Tyler would be there along with a few family friends. "It's time Emily experienced a proper family Christmas," my mother said, as though our intimate celebrations with homemade decorations and cookie-baking marathons were somehow deficient. Something in her tone made me hesitate, but Emily overheard the invitation and her eyes lit up. A big Christmas with everyone, like in the movies. Looking at her hopeful face, I pushed aside my misgivings. Maybe after all these years, my parents were finally ready to embrace their role as grandparents to both their grandchildren. Maybe this Christmas would be the beginning of the family relationship Emily deserved. How terribly wrong I was. We arrived at my parents' colonial-style mansion on December 23rd, our modest Honda looking out of place among the luxury vehicles in the circular driveway. Emily gasped at the professional holiday decorations adorning the house. Twinkling white lights outlining every architectural feature, massive wreaths with red velvet ribbons on each window, and a towering spruce visible through the front window. "Your house is like a Christmas card, Grandma," Emily exclaimed as my mother opened the door. Margaret Chambers stood perfectly poised in a cashmere sweater and pearls, her silver blonde hair immaculately styled. She accepted Emily's enthusiastic hug with a stiff pat on the back before quickly disengaging. "Hello, Emily. My, how you've grown," she said, her smile not quite reaching her eyes. Turning to me, she added, "Delia dear, that drive must have been dreadful in your vehicle. Richard, they're here." My father appeared from his study offering a hearty handshake, like we were business associates rather than family. "There's my girls. Merry Christmas, Emily. You look more like your mother every day." I couldn't tell if that was a compliment or criticism from his tone. We were shown to the guest rooms. I noticed immediately that Emily's temporary bedroom was the smallest, tucked away in a back corner, while the room reserved for Tyler had been specially decorated with sports memorabilia and a new gaming system. "Tyler's coming tomorrow morning," my father explained, noticing Emily eyeing the game console. "He's quite the athlete now, plays 3 sports. The console helps him unwind after training." Before Emily could respond, my mother interjected, "Emily, please don't touch anything in there. Those controllers are very expensive, and children should ask permission before handling other people's things." Emily pulled her hand back like she'd been burned, her cheeks flushing. "Yes, Grandma, I'm sorry." "It's fine, just remember your manners," my mother replied, leading us back downstairs. Dinner that evening was a tense affair of subtle digs and frosty politeness. My parents asked perfunctory questions about Emily's school before launching into lengthy discussions about their country club friends and Amanda's family's accomplishments. "Amanda and Scott just purchased a vacation property in Aspen," my father announced proudly. "Scott's firm had a record year." "And Tyler was selected for the regional youth hockey team," my mother added. "Only 8 years old and already showing such promise. Athletic ability must come from Scott's side of the family." I felt Emily watching me, gauging my reactions, so I maintained a pleasant expression while steering the conversation toward neutral topics. When she yawned after dessert, I gratefully used it as an excuse to end the evening early. "You didn't tell me Grandma and Grandpa were rich," Emily whispered as I tucked her into bed in the Spartan guest room. "They've done well," I said carefully, But money isn't everything, sweetie. They don't smile much, she observed. Not real smiles that reach their eyes like you do, out of the mouths of babes. Everyone shows love differently. I repeated my usual explanation. Get some sleep. Tomorrow your aunt and cousin will be here and it'll be Christmas Eve. The next morning brought Amanda's arrival with Scott and Tyler. My sister had always been the conventionally pretty one, blonde, slim and polished. But now she looked almost identical to our mother, down to the pearl earrings and artificial smile. Delia? Ansi Satan. She ear-kissed near my cheeks. You look healthy, and Emily, my goodness, what a big girl you've become. Scott, tall and corporate, in his designer casual wear, gave me a firm handshake and an assessing look. Tyler barreled past all of us, without greeting, heading straight for his grandfather. Where's my present? You said you had something cool for me when I got here, he demanded. Instead of correcting his manners, my father laughed indulgently. So impatient. Yes, I have something in my study for my star athlete. They disappeared together, while Emily stood awkwardly by my side, watching her cousin receive special treatment within seconds of arrival. Throughout the day, the pattern continued. Tyler received constant praise and attention even when he displayed shocking rudeness, interrupting adults refusing to share toys he'd brought, complaining about the lunch options, until my mother prepared him a special meal. Emily, by contrast, was largely ignored despite her perfect manners, thoughtful questions and attempts to engage with everyone. When she offered to help my mother arrange ornaments on the tree, she was told not to touch the fragile decorations. When she showed my father a drawing she'd made as a gift for him, he glanced at it briefly before setting it aside to take a business call. Your brother always enjoys your little drawings. I overheard my mother telling Emily later, misgendering me in that passive-aggressive way she'd perfected. But perhaps next year you might consider saving your allowance to purchase proper gifts like Tyler does. I bit my tongue, knowing a confrontation would only make things worse for Emily. Instead, I suggested we take a walk to see the neighborhood Christmas lights, giving us both a needed break from the tense atmosphere. Did I do something wrong, Mom? Emily asked as we bundled up. They seemed to like Tyler better. No, sweetheart. You've been absolutely perfect, I assured her, my heart breaking. Some people just have trouble showing love equally. It's not about you at all. When we returned, the situation deteriorated further. Emily had brought her special necklace, a silver locket containing a tiny photo of us together that I'd given her for her last birthday. She treasured it, wearing it only on special occasions. During an unsupervised moment while I helped Amanda in the kitchen, Tyler grabbed the necklace from around Emily's neck, breaking the chain. It's just a cheap piece of junk anyway, he said, tossing it aside when Emily cried out. I rushed in to find Emily cradling the broken locket, tears streaming down her face. Before I could speak, my mother intervened. Emily, there's no need for such dramatics over an accident, she scolded. Tyler was just curious. Boys will be boys. It wasn't an accident, Grandma, Emily said quietly. He grabbed it and pulled it. So, my mother's expression hardened. Are you calling Tyler a liar? He said it was an accident and we don't make accusations in this family without proof. I stepped between them, helping Emily collect the pieces of her necklace. We'll get it fixed, sweetie. Let's go upstairs for a bit. In the privacy of our room, Emily's composure crumbled. Why does Grandma always think I'm doing something wrong? Why does she love Tyler more than me? I held her close, struggling to find words that would heal this wound without creating new ones about her grandparents. Some people have trouble seeing past their own expectations, I said finally. But I see you, Emily. I see how kind, smart and special you are. And nothing anyone else thinks can change that. She nodded against my shoulder, but I could tell my words provided little comfort against the reality of her grandparents' behavior. That night, I lay awake listening to her restless breathing, wondering if I'd made a terrible mistake bringing her here and dreading what Christmas morning might bring. Christmas morning dawned bright and cold sunlight reflecting off fresh snow that had fallen overnight. For a moment, watching Emily's face light up at the winter wonderland outside our window, I allowed myself to hope that today would be different. Perhaps the magic of Christmas would soften my parents' hearts. Perhaps they'd see Emily's joy and respond in kind. Do you think Santa came? Emily whispered, her earlier hurt temporarily forgotten in the excitement of Christmas morning. I'm sure he did, I said, helping her into the special Christmas outfit we'd picked together. A red velvet dress with white tights and a matching headband. She looked beautiful, and I told her so, watching her confidence return as she twirled in front of the mirror. Downstairs, the formal living room had been transformed. A professional-looking breakfast spread awaited on the dining table: Belgian waffles, fruit platters, smoked salmon, and mimosas for the adults. The massive Christmas tree, reaching nearly to the vaulted ceiling, was surrounded by an impressive array of wrapped presents in coordinating paper and ribbon. "Merry Christmas," my father boomed, playing the role of jovial family patriarch. He wore a festive sweater that seemed at odds with his usually conservative attire. My mother, elegant in a red cashmere ensemble, was arranging flowers as we entered. "There you are. We were about to start without you," she said, checking her watch. "Amanda and her family have been up for an hour already." Emily didn't notice the barb, her attention fixed on the mountain of presents. I followed her gaze, my stomach knotting as I scanned the tags from across the room. Even from a distance, I could see Tyler's name dominating the gift pile. After a tense breakfast where Tyler complained about the gross fruit on his waffle, and my parents fawned over Amanda's story about her recent charity gala, we gathered around the tree for the main event. "I'll play Santa," my father announced, positioning himself by the gifts. "Let's see who's been good this year." He began distributing presents, calling out names with theatrical flourish. "Tyler, here's one from Grandma and Grandpa," he exclaimed, handing over a large, heavy box. Tyler tore into it, revealing an expensive gaming system, the latest model that had been sold out for months. "Awesome," he shouted immediately, demanding batteries and assistance setting it up. More gifts followed in quick succession. Tyler received sports equipment, designer clothes, electronics, and toys, creating a growing pile around him. Amanda and Scott opened boxes containing luxury items, a designer handbag for her, an expensive watch for him. When my father called my name, he handed over a small, plainly wrapped package. Inside was a generic bath set, the kind you might grab last minute from a department store display. "Thank you," I said, automatically setting it aside. I watched as my father continued distributing gifts, my anxiety growing as Emily sat patiently, hands folded in her lap, waiting for her name to be called. Her expectant expression slowly shifted to confusion as the pile of unwrapped presents grew around Tyler, while she remained empty-handed. Finally, when nearly all the gifts had been opened, my father picked up 2 small packages. "Emily, these have your name on them," he said, his tone noticeably less enthusiastic. Emily's face brightened as she accepted the packages. The first contained a plain headband, similar to the one she was already wearing, but in a colour that didn't match anything she owned. The second held a generic colouring book about cats, though Emily had mentioned several times during dinner yesterday that her favourite animals were dolphins. "Thank you, Grandma and Grandpa," she said politely, clearly trying to hide her disappointment. I watched her eyes drift to Tyler's mountain of thoughtful, expensive gifts, then back to her own meagre offerings. The contrast was impossible to ignore, deliberate and cruel in its execution. "Is that everything?" I asked, unable to keep the edge from my voice. My father shuffled awkwardly, glancing toward my mother, who was arranging Tyler's gifts into a more organized display. "Yes, that's all the packages," he confirmed. Emily's eyes filled with tears she was trying desperately to hold back. She looked at her grandmother and in a whisper that shattered my heart asked, "Grandma, do you hate me?" The room fell silent. Amanda looked away, suddenly fascinated by the pattern on the carpet. Scott pretended to help Tyler with his new game. My father cleared his throat uncomfortably. Only my mother met Emily's gaze directly, her expression cold and dismissive. "Emily, gifts are for children who deserve them. Your cousin works hard in school and sports. He's respectful and represents this family well. He's real family." The implication hung in the air like poison gas. "Not real family." I felt the words like a physical blow. "What exactly does that mean, Mother?" I asked, my voice dangerously quiet. My mother's smile was thin and cruel. "It means, Delia, that children born within a proper marriage to parents who follow traditional values are a continuation of our family legacy. Tyler carries the Patterson and Chambers names proudly. Emily is, well, the result of your regrettable choices." Emily's small body trembled beside me, a tear finally escaping down her cheek. I placed my arm around her shoulders, drawing her close as protective rage surged through me. "I understand," I said, my voice steady despite the fury and heartbreak raging inside me. "We'll never speak again." I stood, helping Emily to her feet. "Get your coat, sweetheart. We're leaving." "Now, Delia, don't be dramatic," my father interjected, finally finding his voice. "Your mother didn't mean anything by it. Emily got gifts, didn't she?" "Richard, I meant exactly what I said," my mother countered sharply. It's time Delia faced the consequences of her choices, instead of expecting us to pretend her situation is normal. I guided Emily toward the hallway, ignoring their voices. Pack your things, honey. Just the essentials. We'll be home in a few hours. As Emily climbed the stairs, Amanda approached me, her expression torn. Delia, you're overreacting. Mum's just old-fashioned. Don't ruin Christmas over a few presents. I looked at my sister, really looked at her, and felt nothing but pity. This isn't about presents, Amanda. This is about an innocent child being punished for adult decisions. If you can't see how wrong that is, I feel sorry for you and for Tyler. 15 minutes later, our bags were packed and loaded into the car. My parents stood in the doorway, my father looking uncomfortable, my mother defiant. You'll regret this tantrum, Delia, she called as I helped Emily into her seat. Family is all you have in this world. I closed Emily's door and turned to face them one last time. You're right about one thing, Mother. Family is everything. That's why I'm protecting mine from you. As we drove away, Emily's quiet sobbing was the only sound breaking the silence. Each tear that fell from her eyes cemented my resolve. Never again would she be made to feel less than precious, less than worthy, less than enough. Never again would she ask if someone hated her simply for existing. I had failed to shield her from their cruelty today, but I would not fail her again. The drive home passed in near silence, Christmas carols on the radio creating a jarring contrast to the heaviness in our hearts. Occasionally Emily would wipe away a tear or sniff quietly, but she didn't speak until we were almost home. Mom. Her small voice barely carried over the heating fan. Why don't Grandma and Grandpa love me? The question lanced through me like a physical pain. I pulled into a scenic overlook, put the car in park, and turned to face her fully. Emily, look at me, I said gently. What happened today has absolutely nothing to do with you. Your grandparents have very narrow ideas about what makes a family proper or right. Those ideas are wrong and hurtful. Is it because I don't have a dad? She asked, her insight breaking my heart all over again. Partly, I admitted deciding honesty was better than platitudes. They think families should follow certain rules. But sweetie, the problem is with their thinking, not with you or me or our family. Some of the best families I know don't follow those old-fashioned rules at all. She nodded, slowly processing. Tyler's not very nice, but they love him more because he has a dad. They think having certain things, like a married mum and dad, or lots of money, or the right friends, makes people more important. But that's not how love is supposed to work. Real love doesn't come with conditions. Emily considered this, her brow furrowed in thought. Like how you love me no matter what, even when I spilled juice all over your work computer. I laughed despite everything, remembering the panic of that moment and how it had dissolved the instant I saw her terrified face. Exactly like that. I was upset about the computer, but I never stopped loving you for 1 second. We continued home, arriving at our modest apartment, which suddenly looked like the most welcoming place on earth. Inside our small artificial tree, with its mismatched ornaments, many handmade by Emily over the years, stood in the corner. The few presents beneath it were wrapped in paper. We decorated ourselves with stamps and glitter. This is better than their fancy house, Emily declared, kicking off her shoes. It feels like home. I hugged her tightly. That's because it's filled with love, not just expensive things. We spent the rest of Christmas Day in our pajamas, opening presents, baking cookies, and watching holiday movies. I tried my best to make the day special, to replace the morning's trauma with warmth and joy, but Emily remained subdued. That night, tucking her into bed, I found her clutching the broken locket. We'll get it fixed tomorrow, I promised. It won't be the same, she whispered. Just like Christmas won't be the same now. Her words haunted me as I sat alone in the living room afterward, surrounded by the remnants of our salvaged Christmas. The text notifications on my phone showed multiple messages from Amanda, making excuses for our parents, a single message from my father saying, "Your mother means well," and tellingly nothing from my mother herself. I blocked their numbers without responding. The following days brought new challenges. Emily experienced nightmares for the first time since she was a toddler. Her teacher emailed saying she seemed withdrawn at school, not participating in post-holiday sharing time. When I picked her up one afternoon, she asked if something was wrong with her that made her grandparents treat her differently. Nothing is wrong with you. I insisted, scheduling an appointment with a child therapist a colleague had recommended. Dr. Simmons, a kind woman with warm eyes and a gentle manner, helped Emily process her feelings of rejection while I sat in the waiting room, blinking back tears of my own. After the session, she spoke to me privately. Emily's experiencing normal reactions to abnormal treatment, she explained. Children often internalize rejection, believing they must have done something to deserve it. Our job is to consistently counter that narrative. I've tried telling her it's not her fault, I said, feeling like I'd already failed. And that's important, Dr. Simmons nodded. But children absorb more from actions than words. The most healing thing now is simply demonstrating what unconditional love looks like day after day. We established a routine of weekly therapy sessions for Emily and monthly guidance sessions for me. Meanwhile, my friend Sarah became our lifeline, including us in her family gatherings and providing Emily with the extended family experience my parents had denied her. Family isn't just blood, Sarah reminded me during a late-night conversation after the children were asleep. It's who shows up. It's who makes space for you at their table without making you feel like you should be grateful for the invitation. January bled into February. Amanda continued calling from different numbers after I blocked her original one. My father sent a generic birthday card to Emily with a modest check inside. I tore it up without showing her. My mother remained silent, her absence speaking volumes about her priorities. Emily slowly began to heal. Her nightmares became less frequent. She smiled more often. In therapy, she created art, expressing her feelings. Dark, stormy pictures, gradually giving way to brighter colours and hopeful imagery. But something fundamental had changed in her. The unquestioning trust in people's goodness had been replaced by a wariness that broke my heart to witness. "Do Tyler's other grandparents give him more presents too?" she asked one evening as I helped with homework. "I don't know, sweetie. Why do you ask?" She shrugged, focusing intently on her math problem. Just wondering if all grandparents pick favourites or just ours. Ours. Despite everything, she still claimed them as family. Children's capacity for forgiveness humbled me, though I wasn't sure in this case if it was healthy. A few weeks later, I had an unexpected encounter that would change everything. While picking up coffee near my office, I literally bumped into Scott, Amanda's husband, spilling his drink. "Delia, I'm sorry, let me buy you another," he offered, seeming genuinely pleased to see me, despite the circumstances of our last meeting. Against my better judgment, I agreed, finding myself sitting across from him at a small table 5 minutes later. "How's Emily?" he asked, surprising me with what seemed like genuine concern. "She's recovering," I said carefully. "It's been difficult." Scott nodded, looking uncomfortable. "What happened at Christmas? It wasn't right. I should have said something." "Why didn't you?" I couldn't help asking. He stared into his coffee. Family politics, fear of rocking the boat, all the usual cowardly reasons. After a pause, he added, "There's something you should know. Your parents are setting up a trust fund for Tyler. A significant one. There's nothing for Emily." The information stung but didn't surprise me. "That's their choice." "There's more," Scott continued, lowering his voice. "They've been telling extended family that Emily has behavioural problems. That's why they can't connect with her. They're creating a narrative to justify their treatment of her." White-hot anger flashed through me. "They're lying about an 8-year-old child to make themselves look better," Scott nodded grimly. "Amanda's tried talking to them, but they won't listen. They're convinced they're right. That acknowledging Emily as equal to Tyler somehow validates your lifestyle choices they disapprove of." I thanked him for the information and left my mind racing. This wasn't just about Christmas presents anymore. My parents were actively damaging Emily's reputation within the family, potentially affecting relationships she might want to explore when older. They were ensuring their rejection of her would spread like a contagion through the family tree. Something in me shifted that day. The hurt and disappointment that had defined my relationship with my parents for decades crystallized into something harder, more determined. This wasn't just about protecting Emily now. It was about fighting for her rightful place in the family. I remembered something my grandmother, my father's mother, had told me before she passed away when I was in college. "The family business wasn't built by your father alone," she'd said. "My inheritance helped establish it when times were tough. Remember that, Delia, you have more claim to the Chamber's legacy than they might have you believe." That weekend, while Emily had a playdate, I visited the county records office. What I discovered confirmed my grandmother's hint. A significant investment from her personal trust had indeed saved my father's fledgling business during a recession. That trust had originally been designated for all grandchildren, present and future. I made an appointment with Natalie Reeves, a lawyer friend who specialized in family law. After explaining the situation, I asked, "Do I have any legal claim here? Not just for Emily's sake, but to correct this injustice." Natalie reviewed the documents thoughtfully. "There's definitely something here. Your grandmother's trust was specific about including all descendants. Your parents have been creative with the interpretation. We could challenge that." I don't care about the money, I clarified. I care about the principle, about Emily being recognised as legitimate family. Sometimes, Natalie said, financial consequences are the only language people like your parents understand. Hit them where it hurts, their precious legacy, and you might finally get their attention. I left her office with a plan forming. This wouldn't be about revenge, it would be about justice. For Emily, for my grandmother's wishes, and for every child who'd ever been made to feel less than worthy because of circumstances beyond their control. 6 weeks after that devastating Christmas morning, I found myself driving back to my parents' house alone this time. I had arranged for Emily to spend the day with Sarah's family, telling her only that I had a business meeting. She didn't need to witness what might happen next. My stomach churned as I pulled into the familiar circular driveway. The house looked the same, imposing perfect cold. Taking a deep breath, I gathered the portfolio containing all my documentation and rang the doorbell. My father answered, surprise evident on his face. "Delia, we weren't expecting you." "I need to speak with you and Mother," I said calmly. "It's important." He hesitated, then stepped aside. "Of course. We're in the study." I followed him through the house, noticing fresh photos of Tyler displayed prominently on the piano. None of Emily, of course. My mother looked up from her desk as we entered, her expression instantly hardening. "Well, Delia, have you come to apologise for your theatrical exit at Christmas?" she asked, not bothering with a greeting. "No," I replied, remaining standing, though my father gestured toward a chair. "I've come to discuss Grandmother Elizabeth's trust." The subtle widening of my father's eyes told me I'd struck a nerve. My mother's posture stiffened further. "I don't see how that's any concern of yours," she said dismissively. I opened my portfolio, removing copies of the trust documents I'd obtained. "Actually, it concerns me directly, and more importantly, it concerns Emily." "What exactly are you implying?" my father asked, his businessman persona taking over. "I'm not implying anything. I'm stating facts. Grandmother's trust was explicitly created to benefit all her descendants equally. The funds you used to save the company during the 2008 recession came from that trust. According to the terms, those funds generated returns that should have been allocated to trusts for all grandchildren, including Emily." My mother laughed, a brittle sound without humour. "Don't be ridiculous. Elizabeth would never have intended for her money to go to illegitimate offspring." The word hung in the air like a slap. I refused to flinch. "The legal documents disagree with your interpretation." I continued, sliding the papers across the desk. "And my lawyer believes a judge would find the language quite clear. All descendants of my son Richard and his children, without qualification or exception." My father picked up the papers, scanning them with increasing discomfort. My mother's face had paled slightly, her perfect composure cracking. "What exactly do you want, Delia?" my father asked finally. "Money, is that what this is about?" "This isn't about money, it's about recognition. It's about Emily being treated as part of this family with all the rights and respect that entails." "So you are trying to blackmail us?" my mother snapped. "Threatening legal action unless we pretend to approve of your lifestyle choices." "I'm not asking for your approval. I stopped caring about that a long time ago," I replied truthfully. "I'm asking for you to stop punishing an innocent child for decisions made by adults. I'm asking you to honour your legal and moral obligations as grandparents, or face the consequences of your actions in court." The study door opened suddenly, revealing Amanda. Her expression suggested she'd heard at least part of our conversation. "What's going on?" she asked, looking between us. "Your sister is threatening to sue us," my mother said dramatically, "after everything we've done for her." Amanda looked at me questioningly. I handed her a copy of the documents. "I'm asking them to honour Grandmother Elizabeth's wishes regarding her trust," I explained, "and to stop spreading lies about Emily having behavioural problems to justify their treatment of her." Amanda's eyes widened at the last part. She turned to our parents. "You've been saying, 'What about Emily?'" My mother waved dismissively. A few concerned comments to relatives who asked why she seemed so withdrawn. "Nothing malicious." "It's malicious when it's not true," I countered. "Emily is a kind, well-adjusted child who has been repeatedly rejected by her grandparents. Any withdrawal they've observed is a direct result of their treatment." Amanda read through the trust documents, her expression growing troubled. "Dad, is this true? About Grandmother's trust?" My father sighed heavily, suddenly looking older. "The language is open to interpretation. Not according to 3 separate lawyers I've consulted," I replied. My mother stood abruptly. "This is absurd. We will not be threatened in our own home. If you want to drag family matters through the courts, embarrassing everyone and damaging the chamber's name, then so be it." "I don't want that," I said honestly. "What I want is simple acknowledgement that Emily is your legitimate grandchild with all the rights that entails a formal trust established for her education as you've done for Tyler, and an end to the disparate treatment and harmful gossip." "And if we refuse?" my father asked, though his tone suggested he already knew the answer. "Then yes, we go to court. The documents become public record. The family's financial arrangements get scrutinized. And Emily still gets what's rightfully hers, just with additional publicity you'd probably prefer to avoid." The room fell silent. Amanda looked between our parents and me, then said quietly, "She's right. What happened at Christmas was wrong. I should have said something then." My mother turned on her in shock. "Amanda, you can't possibly be taking her side." "I'm not taking sides," Amanda replied, surprising me with her firmness. "I'm stating facts. You deliberately excluded Emily while lavishing gifts on Tyler. You made an 8-year-old child feel unwanted in her own family. That was cruel, Mom. We gave her presents," my father protested weakly. "A headband and a colouring book," I reminded him. Compared to thousands of dollars worth of thoughtful gifts for Tyler, the message was unmistakable. My mother's face hardened into the mask I knew so well, the one that signalled she'd retreated behind her wall of righteous certainty. "This conversation is over. You can have your lawyers contact ours." I gathered my papers calmly, though my heart was racing. "I'll give you 48 hours to reconsider. After that, the filing proceeds." I handed my father a business card. "This is my lawyer's contact information. The ball is in your court." As I turned to leave, Amanda followed me to the door. "Delia, wait." In the hallway, away from our parents, she grabbed my hand. "I'm sorry. For Christmas, for not standing up for Emily, for everything." "It's not me you need to apologise to," I said, though I squeezed her hand to soften the words. "I know," she nodded. "How is she?" "She's healing, but some wounds leave scars, Amanda." My sister looked pained. "Let me help, please. I want to be a better aunt to her." I studied her face, seeing genuine remorse. "Start by standing up for what's right with them." I nodded toward the study. Emily deserves better than whispered apologies behind closed doors. I drove home feeling emotionally drained but strangely empowered. For the first time in my life, I had confronted my parents, not from a place of seeking approval, but from a position of moral certainty. Whether they agreed to my terms or not, I had stood up for Emily in a way I could be proud of. 2 days later, as the deadline approached, my phone rang with my father's number. I answered with a racing heart. "Delia," he said, his voice unusually subdued. "We need to talk, not about threats or lawyers, about family. Real family." I closed my eyes, allowing myself a moment of cautious hope. "I'm listening." 1 year has passed since that Christmas morning that changed everything. So much has happened that sometimes I barely recognize my life, in the best possible ways. After my confrontation with my parents, my father called with surprising news. They wanted to meet my terms not just legally, but personally. The journey hasn't been easy or perfect, but it's been real. First came the formal establishment of Emily's trust fund, equal to Tyler's in every way. The paperwork was signed without fanfare at my lawyer's office, my father looking older than I'd ever seen him as he put his signature on the documents. "This should have been done years ago," he admitted quietly. "Your grandmother would be disappointed in how we interpreted her wishes." More difficult was the emotional work. My mother initially approached our new arrangement like a business transaction, technical compliance without heart. She would send Emily gifts on appropriate occasions, but they remained impersonal store-wrapped items that showed no real knowledge of her granddaughter's personality or interests. "Give her time," my father urged during one of our monthly check-in calls. "She's trying in her way." Emily, with the remarkable resilience of children, approached the renewed relationship with cautious optimism. "Grandpa asked about my art class," she reported after their first supervised visit 3 months after Christmas. "He said maybe I inherited creativity from his side of the family too. Small steps, imperfect progress, but movement in the right direction." Amanda became an unexpected ally, making regular efforts to include Emily in activities with Tyler. The cousins weren't instant friends, too much water under that bridge, but they developed a cautious civility that sometimes blossomed into genuine connection over shared interests in science and astronomy. "Tyler apologized for breaking my necklace," Emily told me after a summer day spent at Amanda's pool. "He said his parents talked to him about being kinder." The necklace itself had been repaired, the broken chain replaced with a stronger one. Emily wore it more confidently now, a symbol of something broken made whole again. Not perfectly the repair visible if you looked closely, but functional and perhaps stronger at the mended places. My own healing took different forms. I found a therapist who specialized in family trauma, working through decades of conditional love and impossible standards. I learnt to identify the critical internal voice that sounded suspiciously like my mother, challenging its authority over my self-worth. Professionally, I took a risk and applied for a creative director position at a prestigious design firm. To my surprise, I got the job, nearly doubling my income and providing Emily with new opportunities and security. My parents, when told the news, responded with something approaching genuine pride. "I always knew you had talent." My father said, the revisionist history making me smile rather than argue. Today we're celebrating Emily's 9th birthday with a party at our new home, a modest but cheerful townhouse with a dedicated art space for Emily and a home office for me. Sarah and her family are here along with school friends, neighbours, and yes, my parents and Amanda's family. My mother still struggles with natural affection, but she's making visible efforts. She asked Emily's favourite colours before shopping for decorations. She brought a cake from an artisanal bakery known for its creative designs, small gestures that speak volumes about her attempts to change. Watching Emily unwrap presents surrounded by friends and family, her face alight with genuine joy, I reflect on how far we've come. The gift from my parents, art supplies from a professional-grade brand, along with enrolment in a weekend workshop with a local artist, shows thought and consideration that was absent a year ago. Emily thanks them with a spontaneous hug that my mother returns awkwardly but sincerely. Progress. Later, after the guests have gone, and Emily is arranging her new treasures in her room, my father lingers in the kitchen, helping me clean up. Something I never would have imagined a year ago. "You were right to stand up to us," he says, suddenly hands deep in soapy water. "It took courage I didn't know you had." Coming from him, it's high praise. "I did what any mother would do." I respond. "Protect her child." He nods, understanding dawning in his eyes. "Something I should have done more of with you and Amanda. Protecting you from impossible expectations, including your mother's and my own." The admission stuns me into silence. We finish the dishes without further conversation, but something has shifted, a new understanding forming between us. That night, tucking Emily into bed, surrounded by her birthday bounty, she asks a question that catches me off guard. "Mum, do you think Grandma and Grandpa really love me now, or are they just pretending because they have to?" I consider the question carefully, respecting her perceptiveness, too much to offer platitudes. "I think they're learning what real love looks like," I tell her. They grew up thinking love had conditions, that it had to be earned through certain behaviours or achievements. They're learning slowly that real love doesn't work that way. She processes this with the seriousness that's always been part of her nature. "Like how you loved me even when they didn't." "Exactly." I stroke her hair. Real love persists through disappointment, mistakes, and differences. It doesn't require perfection. "I think I want to forgive them," she says after a moment. "Not forget what happened, but forgive them. Is that okay?" Tears prick my eyes at her wisdom and generosity of spirit. "That's more than okay, sweetheart. That's extraordinary. A year ago, I never would have imagined this healing was possible. The wounds remain, scars that will always be part of our family story. But around those scars, new tissue has formed stronger in some ways than what was there before. I've learnt that family isn't defined by blood alone, nor by shared last names or traditional structures. Family is created through choices. The choice to love unconditionally, to protect fiercely, to forgive generously, and to grow together through both joy and pain. My parents are not perfect grandparents, nor will they ever be. But they're trying now, making space in their hearts and lives for a child who should never have had to earn their love in the first place. And in their imperfect efforts, I've found a capacity for forgiveness I didn't know I possessed. Emily deserves that hard-won peace. A family that may be scarred but is slowly becoming whole. And I deserve it too. If there's one thing I hope you take from my story, it's this: standing up for what's right, especially in protection of a child, is always worth the fight, even when it means confronting your deepest fears and oldest wounds. The healing that follows may not be perfect, but it can be beautiful in its authenticity. Have you ever had to stand up to family for something that mattered deeply? Share your experience in the comments below. And if this story resonated with you, please like and subscribe for more stories about family healing and setting healthy boundaries. Thank you for listening, and remember, You're never alone in these difficult family journeys. We're all figuring it out together, one brave step at a time.